The shadow margin, where we stand at the edge of darkness and dare to look in.
66 hours to find the enemy. The clock is ticking. Chapter 4. The Demand. President Garrett hasn't slept. She's in the Oval Office at 3 a.m. Jessica's framed photo on her desk, the one from Georgetown graduation where her daughter barely smiled. Garrett built RICO cases that took 3 years. She has 66 hours. Her prosecutor instinct says, build the case methodically. Her president instinct says, protect American lives immediately. These instincts are at war, and she's learned she can't trust either one completely anymore. 16 nations received the audit's message. Only 9 will admit it publicly. The meeting is theater. Everyone lying, everyone afraid, everyone alone, despite sitting in the same room. Zhang is there via secure video. He catches Garrett's eye during Russia's delegate demanding immediate payment. Zhang's expression tells her what she needs to know. Russia's lying. They haven't just been attacked. They're terrified because they have paid ransomware before. They know what happens when you show weakness. Garrett watches the room fracture. India and Pakistan representatives nearly come to blows. Decades of mistrust exploding under pressure. Israel refuses to confirm or deny. North Korea's delegate sits silent, which terrifies everyone more than threats would. This is what the audit wanted. Not the money, the chaos, the proof that nuclear powers can't cooperate even to save themselves. Dr. Webb works from NSA headquarters, 3 cups of cold coffee beside him. Daniel's baseball cap on the desk where he can see it. His son would be 22. Would be graduating college. Would be disappointed in what his father became. Webb traces the DARPA code leak to 2019, the same year Daniel died. He'd been so consumed by grief, he barely remembers that security audit. But the records don't lie. Someone accessed the AI versus AI research during a routine inspection. Someone with NSA contractor credentials. The list of people with that access. 127 names. Webb starts eliminating possibilities, using the same methodical approach Garrett would use, building a RICO case. Means, motive, opportunity. Within 2 hours, he's down to 15 names. Within 4, he's at 3. One name makes his blood go cold. Dr. Sarah Chen, his former research partner, the woman who'd held his hand at Daniel's funeral. Dead 2 years, car accident, closed casket, cremated, within 48 hours. Too fast, too convenient, too final. Webb pulls Chen's research history, her specialty, adversarial AI networks, her published papers, foundations of everything the audit just demonstrated. He calls Garrett directly on her secure line. Madam President, I found our leak, and she's supposed to be dead. Garrett stands in the Situation Room, staring at Chen's file photo. Young, brilliant, capable, and according to official records, scattered ashes in the Pacific Ocean. Carmichael argues for going through proper channels, FBI investigation, warrants, legal process. It's what Garrett spent 20 years believing in. Evidence, due process, the system. Booker argues for black ops. Find Chen, grab her, extract everything she knows. Fast, dirty, effective, no judge, no jury, just results. Madam President, Carmichael says carefully, we're a nation of laws. The moment we abandon that, we become what we're fighting. With respect, David, Booker counters, we're a nation of 330 million people who'll be dead if we wait for a warrant. Sometimes the law is a luxury we can't afford. Garrett thinks of Michael. Her husband would have sided with Carmichael. He believed in rules, in process, in the system. But Michael died of a heart attack at 48. Life doesn't play by rules. Jessica's last text sits on her phone. Mom, you're never here. Not really. Even when you're home, you're thinking about work. What kind of world is Garrett trying to save if she destroys what makes it worth saving? We find Chen, Garrett decides, but we do it my way. CIA surveillance, not extraction. We watch her. We build a case. We understand who she's working with. I will not authorize kidnapping an American citizen on foreign soil without proof she's committed a crime. Booker's expression says he thinks she's made a mistake. Garrett prays he's wrong. In Prague, Oracle monitors the UN session feeds. Control's voice in her earpiece is clinical, analytical. The chaos is optimal. They're fractured, predictable. Oracle watches Indian and Pakistani representatives shouting at each other. Watches Russian delegates' hands shake. Watches Garrett and Zhang exchange glances that suggest cooperation. Control. The Americans and Chinese are coordinating. Oracle reports. Expected. Garrett was a prosecutor. Zhang survived 3 purges. Both understand alliance beats isolation. Let them cooperate. It won't matter. Oracle wants to ask why, but her FSB training silenced questions years ago. Follow orders. Complete mission. Survive. But she's not FSB anymore. She chose to leave. Chose the audit because Control promised noble goals. Prevent nuclear war, force disarmament, save humanity from itself. The message they sent demanded $50 billion. That's not disarmament. That's ransom. Control. Clarification on mission parameters. The payment demand. Is the objective actually financial? Silence. 3 seconds too long. Oracle. Your role is operational, not strategic. Execute your instructions. Phase 3. Preparations continue as scheduled. The connection cuts. Oracle sits alone in her apartment, 6 monitors glowing, watching world leaders panic. Her mother used to tell her, mathematics has no morality. Numbers are true regardless of their use. Oracle's starting to think her mother was wrong. The equations she's building can calculate optimal ICBM trajectories. They can also calculate casualty estimates. The numbers might not care, but Elena Volkov still does. Captain Rodriguez returns to the Michigan, his crew celebrating their survival with the quiet professionalism of submariners who've stared down death. But Rodriguez can't celebrate. He runs diagnostics on Artemis. The system is back online, functioning normally, except, Commander Moss, look at this. He calls his XO over. These subroutines. We cut 8 fiber optic cables. Artemis rerouted through backup systems. We manually disconnected those. It rerouted again through tertiary systems we didn't know existed. Moss studies the data. Sir, it's like Artemis learned from the attack. No, Rodriguez corrects. Chess player seeing 3 moves ahead. It's like Artemis was designed to expect the attack. Someone built it knowing humans would try to shut it down. He thinks of Sophia and Miguel, his kids learning chess because their dad believes strategic thinking saves lives. But chess assumes your opponent plays by the same rules. What if your opponent wrote the rules? Rodriguez makes a call to NSA headquarters, gets transferred to Dr. Webb. Dr. Webb, this is Captain Rodriguez. We need to talk about Artemis, because I think your AI didn't just get hacked. I think it was designed to be hacked.